You heard about how Diddy mom came out defending him? She made a comment saying that Diddy is not a monster.
Yeah, he not a monster. She is. But I don't want to go down. But she is. She's the fucking monster. Everything in her fucking name. She's the monster. She created that, and y'all gonna see on that Netflix. Y'all just check it out.
50 Cent's Diddy documentary just hit Netflix, and fans are furious. They're noticing massive gaps in the story, specifically regarding Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, and what was left on the cutting room floor is darker than anything we've seen so far. Welcome to the Fame Game. 50 Cent's highly anticipated Netflix documentary, Sean Combs: The Reckoning, has finally arrived, but viewers are already calling foul. People immediately noticed that something was off. Huge chunks of the narrative were missing. The most glaring omission? A deep, unfiltered look at Diddy's mother, Janice Combs. It turns out the footage and context that didn't make the final cut is far more disturbing than the public expected. Resurfaced clips and deleted scenes suggest that Janice wasn't just a supportive mother, she might have been the architect who created the monster in the first place. Before we dive into the bombshells Netflix tried to hide, if you want the truth behind the headlines, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Fame Game community. Most viewers felt the documentary only scratched the surface, rehashing details we already knew while ignoring major players like Jay-Z and Beyoncé. But the real question is, why did Janice Combs only get 5 minutes of screen time? This is the woman who raised him from day one. To understand the real story, we have to look at what was left on the cutting room floor, the testimony and footage that paint a chilling picture of Janice's influence.
You the reason a man like he is.
You had any issues with her?
I don't like her. I ain't ever had no issues with her. I just don't like her. I don't like her.
Why you don't like her? You personally, why you don't
Because she
like
got
her?
my motherfucking money. That's why. That's why I don't like her.
Janice's public statement after Diddy's arrest was wild. She claimed her son isn't a monster, calling his downfall a public lynching. But former associates like Freddie P disagree. Freddie P, who was signed to Bad Boy, didn't hold back in his response, calling her the real monster and claiming she saw everything and did nothing. He even alleged that Diddy stole his publishing money and funneled it into Janice's name. Her statement focused more on defending her own reputation as a hard-working single mother than addressing the serious allegations. Historically, Janice's life has been shrouded in mystery. After Diddy's father, Melvin Combs, a known associate of drug kingpin Frank Lucas, was murdered when Diddy was just 2, Janice worked multiple jobs. She claimed to be a teacher's assistant and a model, but insiders like former bodyguard Gene Deal tell a different story.
His mother had a modeling agency, and it was alleged that it was also ladies of the night, a prostitution ring too, or these ladies was doing things other than modeling. So the apple don't...
Deal alleges her modeling agency was actually a front for a prostitution ring. He says the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, implying Diddy learned the trafficking business directly from her. If you're finding this deep dive eye-opening, don't forget to like the video. It really helps the channel. The relationship between Diddy and Janice has always been unconventional. Gene Deal recalled Diddy bragging about his mother's physical flexibility, specifically how she could put her palms flat on the floor in a way that felt sexual and inappropriate. Then there are the videos.
And was talking about that his mother could take her palms and bend over and put them down on the floor. Not bend over, but she could stand straight up and put her palms on the floor, bruh. He's saying that about his mother.
One clip shows Diddy and Janice getting IV drips together. While they claim it's for simple hydration, court documents from the trial suggest these drips were a staple for recovery after freak-offs, which could last for days. Even more disturbing is the kiss video, where Diddy kisses his mother on the lips for an uncomfortably long time. During this same video, he's talking about how his mom is single and needs a man.
I love you. Love you too. I do. Baby. Freshly dipped.
It's a vibe that many fans find skin-crawling. If you look closely at that footage, Janice is wearing white nail polish. In Cassie's lawsuit, she alleged that Diddy specifically demanded women wear white nails during freak-offs because he liked the contrast against their skin. Why was his mother following the same aesthetic? Childhood friends described Janice's home as a place where boundaries simply didn't exist. They claim wild parties occurred where children were regularly exposed to adult activities. This environment likely shaped Diddy's entire worldview. Perhaps the most stomach-churning allegation comes from the trial testimony involving a special macaroni and cheese recipe. It was alleged that Janice would keep a jar of Diddy's bodily fluids in the fridge and drizzle it on the food. It sounds like urban legend, but in the world of the Combs family, the line between reality and horror is paper thin. Even Harlem legend Dapper Dan hinted that Diddy's behavior is a generational cycle. He said, what's going on with him has been going on long before him. He knew the parents, and he knew the streets. There are even whispers in Harlem that Janice might actually be Diddy's aunt, not his biological mother, though Janice has always maintained she is his birth parent.
Y'all see when they interviewed Dapper Dan about Diddy?
I haven't seen that one, please.
They ran into Dapper Dan in Harlem and they asked him what he thought about what was going on with Diddy and if he knew Diddy.
Janice's involvement wasn't just social, it was financial. Rapper Mace has pointed out that Janice holds the receipts for everything. Diddy allegedly put his houses, cars, and massive business holdings in her name to protect his assets from lawsuits. This is a classic tactic, but it puts Janice in the crosshairs of federal investigators. If these assets are tied to the crimes Diddy was convicted of, specifically the 2 counts of transportation for prostitution, Janice could be facing charges for money laundering or aiding and abetting. While Diddy is currently serving his 50-month sentence at FCI Fort Dix, Janice continues to plead for his release, acknowledging he made terrible mistakes, but insisting he isn't a criminal. But as more victims come forward with over 70 civil complaints now filed, the loyal mother narrative is crumbling. Was she a victim of a toxic family legacy, or was she the one who taught Diddy how to play the game? Make sure to give this video a like if you want us to keep following these legal developments. Is Janice a loyal mother or the silent partner in a criminal enterprise? Let us know your theories in the comments. Thanks for watching The Fame Game, and we'll see you in the next one.